The Wofford Terriers begin the weekend as the only unbeaten so far in SoCon play, off back-to-back thrilling wins. Last Saturday night, Storm Murphy with the three-pointer that won it against Furman in the closing seconds. Then on Thursday, they rallied from 11 down in the second half, and in overtime at the buzzer, it's Murphy again delivering the dagger. The Terriers are rolling. Wofford and their Storm are blowing through the SoCon. We welcome you to Jerry Richardson Indoor Stadium here on the campus of Wofford College in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Tonight, the Chattanooga Mocs try to get in the way of the red-hot Wofford Terriers. And hi, friends, and welcome in with Dean Keener, Pete Hannity with you. It's a Chattanooga team that pretty much turned their roster over from last season. They're a young squad. Wofford having the best start in their Division I history. Dean, I think tonight it'll really come down to the story on the glass as to who wins this one.
The battle of the boards, for sure. We're halfway point of conference play, so we've got a good sample size. And we look at Wofford, +8 on the glass. They've been crushing people. Chattanooga, -1, so clearly something to watch from the tip.
Now, we mentioned Chattanooga is a young team, pretty much a new roster from last year. One of their new stars, a freshman who could well be the freshman of the year in the SoCon. He's the reigning conference player of the week, Kevin Easley.
He is very talented. It is my pleasure to introduce him if you haven't seen him play. The freshman out of Indianapolis, another in long line of great players out of Lawrence North High School. 14.7 a game. He can beat you inside. He can beat you outside. He is very talented.
Now, to say the least, it's been quite a week for Wofford guard Storm Murphy. The heroics he's provided. But it's interesting, on a team with some great guards around him, he kind of gets lost in the shuffle, yet he's been their best perimeter shooter among their backcourt players.
He is very solid. Stats aren't gaudy, but you're exactly right. He's a guy that can knock it down from three when he's open. He doesn't mind taking the big shot, and he is a big reason that this Terrier team leads the SoCon.
During the game, they needed to give an IV to get some fluids in him, but he played the final 18 minutes of regulation, and in the overtime as Easley works inside, the reigning SoCon player of the week, averaging about 15 a contest, and we're tied at 5.
Fletcher McGee's kind of looking and hunting for his shot here tonight.
Shot clock down to 3. Jackson on the 7-footer, spins under him. Cam Jackson. He is having some kind of senior year. Terriers up by 2. And make them a more physical team, and he says he believes in building from the inside out, but this team is far from what he envisions in terms of its being able to play physically. Aluma the finish and one. Make them a more physical team, and he says he believes in building from the inside out, but this team is far from what he envisions in terms of its being able to play physically. Aluma the finish and one. Thus Easley is a freshman of the year candidate here in the SoCon. Another stop by the Terriers. McGee, a catch, a shoot, a make from downtown. And Fletcher McGee, he's the active NCAA Division I leader in three-pointers. Now he moves into number 6 all time. And it's not like a bunch of guys had their eligibility run out. They had several players just move on for various reasons. There's Pegram again, and the senior from just outside of Charleston, the pride of Wando High. Couple of buckets inside. It's a 2-point game. And it's not like a bunch of guys had their eligibility run out. They had several players just move on for various reasons. There's Pegram again, and the senior from just outside of Charleston, the pride of Wando High. Couple of buckets inside. It's a 2-point game.
Mike Young will tell you in the locker room, he's one of the leaders. Nice to have a guy like that come off the bench.
Smallwood, the grad transfer from UAB for Chattanooga, and he answered. McGee, you saw the double team come and how quickly he realized he needed to get rid of it. Jackson reversing, and there was nothing that the 6'6" Easley could do once the drop step came. Wofford will be more than happy to dribble out the final seconds and come away with an 11-point victory. They swept the ball games against Chattanooga last year. They've now won 4 in a row in the series, and the Wofford Terriers an 80-69 victory tonight against a Chattanooga Mocs team that falls to 10-12 on the season, 5-4 in the conference. Wofford first place in the league at 9-0 and 17-4 overall. We'll come back and visit with head coach Mike Young when we return to Spartanburg after this.